So I see where Vibes Cartel is getting Sidem more involved with his antics. I call it antics. You call it voiceover, TikTok, whatever. But he's involving her more. Maybe we need this. Maybe we need to see them more together because I have a strange feeling people believe that when the cameras are off, that there's nothing really happening there. They keep saying that she's a handler, whatever she's handling. Handle your business. To them, handle it well. People just like to talk a lot of garbage. Um, yeah, that's cartel. He changes women. Um, but for now, it seems to me he is sticking with the one that makes him happy, the one who can open doors. And I don't want nobody to tell me that, oh, black women can open doors. Well, good luck. You show me that, and fine, show it to me. Show me where you see all these ball players and all these guys, and we speak bad about them. We usually say, why, would he go that route? Why wouldn't he find a black woman? Well, who knows? Um, I don't know that Vibes Cartel would want to be with someone who, when he's out, they're loud and want to fight him in public and just be very disrespectful to him. They don't know when to be quiet. Um, yeah, they just have to nuff up themselves and just be all up in there. No, there are times Vibes Cartel, even though he's out with them, we know she's there, but you don't hear her. You don't hear her. She knows when to step back. If it's an interview, whether it be brief or long, we know she's there. She's in the studio. If it's out in public, she's right there. But she's quiet. And being quiet doesn't mean that she's afraid of him. You know, you could see she knows how to. She respects Vibes Cartel. Yeah, we know he has his ways and these women, and that's not something I don't believe anybody can ever stop. It will be that way. He's not the only one. He's not the only one like that. It's just that some of these women really get carried away because Sidem is not a black woman and she won't step to them. So they do a lot and say a lot of things in her presence. But Vibes Cartel is not stupid. He knows what time it is. He knows why Sidem is there. He knows the purpose that she serves in his life. Yeah, a lot of our women, I'm black, so I'm speaking of us. We just believe that sex is all in a relationship is sex, and you hear, oh, take with people, man. Oh, me can hold him and all those kind of foolishness. Hold him with what? With what? It's the same thing over and over. Only you might position yourself different times, different ways, and you might use different parts of your body. If that's your thing, and there's more to it. There's more to being a wife, a husband, a partner, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. There's more to it, and you should be able to step out there and represent each other, well. Just do it and do it well. Um, for all of you who come to my page and disrespect me, you don't have to like me, but try to live in the real world. Be real with yourself. Be real. Just imagine Cartel coming out to somebody entirely different from Sidem. As a matter of fact, I said if it wasn't Sidem, it would be someone else. It wouldn't be anybody that he knew before. What would his life be like? How do we know that this is not his destiny? How do we know this is not, this is planned? This is planned out from before he was born. We don't really know. And that's why we need to just leave them alone. I'm here right now on the low. It's muted, but I'm watching the two of them here. There's something else. He's singing to her and all that. And yeah, I love it. Because people keep saying he would never sing to Sidem. He will only sing to the person that had children with him. You don't have to have children with a man for him to sing to you or love on you or buy you gifts or treat you well. Where do people get their foolishness from? Let Cartel and Sidem, let them live their life. Everyone else is living their life, not because they come on social media only show them all the time. Doesn't mean that they don't have a man. But Vibes Cartel is the one taking care of them, so maybe they have to keep everything on the down low. If he's buying house, paying bills, you don't have to work nowhere and all those things. That man needs to be ashamed of himself. It doesn't matter that your ex-husband or children's father is a millionaire. Here's a man in the picture, he probably can't even buy you a bottle of water. The hell kind of a man and relationship is that? So yeah, not because you don't see these people. They do exist. They're there. Just poor, broke, and pauperized. That my mother would say. Anyway, I was just saying I'm seeing Vibes Cartel, including Sidem more now. We need this. I love this. I don't care what anyone says. I love seeing them together, seeing making much of each other, and I don't believe it's just for the camera. I believe it is real. Anyway, that's just my bit. I know Cartel is heading out to Dominica on the 25th, on the 26th and 27th. He will be in Canada, the OVO festival with Drake, and we wish him well there. People already, if you go to TikTok, you hear these people want to know what is the price of the ticket. I don't want them sell off and I don't get a ticket, and it's just, what am I wearing? That sort of thing. So we can't, and there are a lot of people who cannot get enough of Vibes Cartel. So as much as we see him in the media every day thinking, oh, if he has another show, nobody's going to go. Stop fooling yourself. There's cities and states and countries that still waiting to see him, can't wait to see him come to their location. So for me, I'm forever wishing Vibes Cartel well. Yeah, I wish him well. And for all the people who don't like him, well, more than likely you don't even like your own self. View and subscribers, you have a great weekend. And just my bit on Vibes Cartel, there's not really much going on with him. For another month or so, he's taking a break between now and the 25th. And like he said, his manager is just piling on the work, getting more shows for him. He would like to relax, but they're not letting him. You know what I'm saying? So all the best, guys. We'll talk again. Subscribers, thank you. If you are new here and you like my content, it's not too over the top, and I'm not here making up stories or anything like that. I just tell it as I see it. So if you're new here, like I said, subscribe. And if you like my content, just share. Hit the notification button. Like. It's important that you like and that you subscribe. Please, guys, do that for me. Thank you. Good night.